Assalamu alaikum. Remembering the Almighty Allah, I gonna start today's topic. I am Sentence Md.Khairul Bashar Rusel. I have been surviving in Government CS Pilot Model High School, Kochua Bagenhat, for some years as an assistant teacher English. I wish you all of wellness and happiness. I will try to discuss with you a very important topic today. Actually, this topic is the basement of learning language. You know, language is actually a sum of various type of sentences. So our today's topic is actually understanding sentence. So let's go to start through various type of slides. We will try to understand our today's topic. In the first slide, here we find that understanding sentence. We will try to understand sentence. But here we find that placement of subject, verb and object. Actually, placement of verb, subject, verb and object is a point of view, it's a perspective. Depending on this perspective, today we will try to understand our today's lesson, today's sentence analysis. Dear students, very beginning we will try to understand various perspective, various point of view. Depending on this point of view, how sentence is divided into. Actually, here in general sense, here we find that the first point of view, the first perspective, using clause. That means from this point of view, sentence is divided into three types. In general, from your books or your grammar books, you will find this type of sentence is divided into depending on the structural view. But we will try to say here using clause. It's not a problem. We will try to understand in this way so that we will understand easily, because simple, complex and compound sentence actually depends on one previous type of clauses. So we will try to naming after this type of things using clause. Now it is time for placement of subject, verb and object. From this point of view, we will try the sentence will be divided into 5 types: assertive, interrogative, imperative, accusative and exclamatory. The students, placement of subject, verb and object in generally from your grammar book, you will find the sentence is divided in depending on meaning. Here meaning we will try to understand how subject, verb and object is placed, and depending on subject, verb and place, sentence is divided into in this guide. Through the topic we will try to understand easily for various type of sentences classification. Now here is another point of view, depending on subject and object. That means, is the sentence is subject dependable, what the sentence is object dependable. Depending on this point of view, sentence is divided into active sentence or passive sentence. In general sense, here sentence is divided into 3 points of view. One is using clause, placement of subject, verb and object, and another is depending on subject and object. Dear students, our today's discussion topic is here, placement of subject, verb and object. How the subject, verb and object placed in a sentence, and what is the relationship with the one another in a sentence. Now we'll try to understand about sentence. Through the definition of sentence, we will find that a group of words that are sequentially arranged following by respective structure or formation. Yes, you have to remember that a sentence is not only a group of words, it must be arranged depending on the structure, depending the formation of respective sentence. That means individual sentence. If you try to understand about assertive sentence, you will try to you have to follow the structure of assertive sentence, and you must place the words depending on the structure of assertive sentence. For interrogative sentence, you will also follow the things individually. Now we will try to understand this sequence, this formation and this arrangement by comparing the another sentence of another language. Bangla is our basement, so we will try to understand understand the English language by comparing Bangla sentence. Here I select Bangla sentence. ছেলেরা ফুটবল খেলছে. If you try to change this sentence into English, by depending on every word, every meaning of this word, we will find that Selera means boys, football here is football also, and Khela, that khelse, here Khela means play, but as it is a kind of running type of words or the continue word, for this reason here we have to use ing and along with auxiliary verb are. Dear students, this sequence is not correct for English grammar, but Selena football khelse in Bangla grammar it is correct. Now, how the sentence will be sequentially arranged in correct way in English language? As it is assertive sentence, we know the sequence in here is subject, then verb, then object. So the correct sentence that is sequentially correctly here, boys are playing football. Now we will try to understand parts of various parts of sentence. That means we will try to understand various sector of a sentence. Here, parts not means the every word of the sentence. Whenever we will try to understand, the part means every word of the sentence, that will be categorized into 8 parts. But we will try to understand today how the depending on the relationship with verb with the other parts of the sentence, how the sentence, how the various various part of the sentence is categorized. Here we find that based on the relationship of various parts with verb. That means depending on verb, how the sentence is divided into various part or divided into various sector. Here, depending on this verb, the various part will be named after or marked in 4 type. Here, the 4 type is subject, auxiliary verb, and object. Here, depending on verb, the another part will be named after. So, now we will try to understand what is subject, what is auxiliary verb, what is verb, and what is object. Here, in case of subject, we find that by whom action is completed in the sentence. Yes, dear students, subject means who complete the action of the verb. The person or the things who complete the action, he is obviously, or the object is obviously the subject of the sentence. Now it is time for verb. Action or the happening thing of the sentence. You have to remember that verb is the heart of the sentence. Without a verb, a sentence never be completed. For this reason, you always remember that without a verb, a sentence never be imagined. But without subject, without auxiliary verb, without object, sentence will be completed. A sentence must be possible. Action or the happening things of the verb, action of the happening things of the sentence is also called verb. Now it is time for auxiliary verb. What is auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verb is also the it inform the happening period or the time of verb. It also called the helping verb of the main verb, because it always helps the main verb by informing various type of time of main verb. That means when the verb is completed, the auxiliary verb will be will inform these things. Now it is time for object. What is object? Gives information about verb, helps to complete the motive of verb. That means which type of action has been completed, it is also called the object of the sentence. Dear students, now we will try to understand how the various part of the sentence will be make a relationship, and they will also be named after. So firstly, from this sentence, we will try to understand what is the verb here. Here in the sentence we find the tall man has completed his duty. Here we find that completed is the happening things of this sentence. For this reason, here the verb is completed. Now the first sector here, the tall man. From this part, we find that the tall man actually has completed this action. For this reason, this tall man is also remarked as subject. Now it is placed for a time for has. Has here help to help by informing the happening period of the sentence. Now how? By here has, we have come to know that the complete action means the action has all completed very recently, depending on the auxiliary, depending on this word has. So this verb is also called as auxiliary verb. Now it is time for his duty. Dear students, his duty is actually the things by which type of things has been completed. His duty is completed. For this reason, it is the time, it is the type of things. The completed action is here, his duty. For this reason, it is object, because we know object is the type of things by which we come to know the verb which type of things has been completed. Here, his duty has been completed. So, here his duty is object. Dear students, our today's class is here now is going to end today. Your next class we will try to understand another topic. Up to your next class. Allah Hafiz.